Day 4. Today we're climbing Mount Fuji. It's around 8:45 in the morning. In the past 4 days has been heat and humidity. But today it has decided to rain. As you can see. Perfect time to climb. But just got back from picking up my hiking gear and just heading back home to fill it with all the stuff I need, and then we'll be heading to Shinjuku bus stop to pick up the bus that will take us to Mount Fuji. So I think I'll pick up over there when this is all packed. Just got dropped off at the Shinjuku bus terminal. All ready to go. Got a massive backpack as well, absolutely full of stuff. Okay, we've made it to Kawaguchiko, which is a fairly large town at the base of Mount Fuji. That's it there in the background, absolutely covered with clouds. Maybe you can make out that silhouette. But yeah, it took quite a while to get here on the train. But now I'm waiting for a bus to take me up to the 5th station, which is where I can actually start the climb. And that won't be coming for a short while. Yeah, this place is full of other tourists, all going to hotels over here and resorts, but also climbers. So it's about 1:15 now. It's an okay time to start the climb because I have a hut reservation, because basically after 2 o'clock you can't start climbing the mountain without a reservation at one of the huts, in order to discourage bullet climbing, which is when you just try to do it as quickly as possible without sleeping up top. We have made it. Just got dropped off by that bus. Took around an hour to get up here, the 5th station. Had a little nap on it. And now we're here. Super cloudy. But it's actually quite refreshing. Oh god, because it's been super hot down in Tokyo. But yeah. Now I just need to get the band to be allowed to go and climb, and then we can get started. This is the 5th station, 2,305 meters up. Peak is 3,776 meters. This is the view from this viewing deck right behind this temple. So I've just walked like maybe 30 seconds down to the toilets here, and the visibility is just give or take. A cloud will just sweep in and it's super refreshing, but it is really difficult to see. So since the last update, it's decided to start pouring, so I quickly threw on my rain jacket and gonna head in now. Ready to go. Got my band of approval. Heading in now. We are through. It's a very anticlimactic start. So apparently there's a typhoon tomorrow, and the access road for the mountain has a high chance of it being closed, or at least it will be closed from 12 a.m. tomorrow. And only if the weather improves will they open it up, but it's not a big issue for anyone that's on the mountain. It's only for the cars that need to drive up it, because the roads can be very slippery during heavy rainfall. But with the mountain sitting so high above the ground, it's not as big of an issue for the climbers, because they sit above or inside of the cloud. Or at least that's what the Tourist Information Center told me. So, because the bus that I'm getting back tomorrow is, it takes me all the way back to Shinjuku, so apparently all the buses are not allowed, including the local bus that took me up here, and the highway buses that will shuttle people back and forth, but that's the way that I'm getting back. But yeah, weather's looking pretty grim, but to be fair, it's better than Tokyo weather. I'd rather be a little bit wet and a little bit cool than hot and sweaty. It's not really too bad either. But yeah, it takes around 5 or 6 hours to get to the top. And my hut up there is on the 8th station, and we're currently at the 5th. And it's a really civilized, I guess you could say, mountain. There's a hut every couple hundred meters with snacks and stores and toilets and places to sleep and everything. So it's not like I'm just going off on some uncharted trail or something. Yeah, I'll pick up on them a little further up. Oh, well, I've just killed myself. I've just spent the last 5 minutes just stood there on this fucking... Look at the elevation change. It's pretty steep. I mean, stood there trying to readjust my hiking boots because they weren't tight enough. With bent over on an incline with my backpack just sitting on my back. It was 25 kilo or more. So that was nice. Just the end before the beginning. Update. At the 6th station, making okay progress. Pretty much on time as to when you should be here. But I mean, there's civilization up here. I mean, there's fucking plenty of toilets and a police box. Yeah, it's a long way to go. Lock in is fucking necessary right now. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Finally almost back at civilization. You can see how there's just a hut, more huts, just keeps going up. And the little torii gate at the top there. We're in a break in the clouds, thank God. That's where I was earlier. It's just all clouds and rain. Nearly there. It's just got fucking K2 to climb in front of me. Look at this thing. It's a volcanic rock. Finally made it to I think the 7th station. Nice big bench here that I can sit on. Absolutely soaked, but I really don't care. When I went to go open my water bottle, it fizzed, so I think that was due to the altitude change. Don't know though. Taking a rest. absolutely pouring. There's always time for one of these. Ready to get back on the road. But stopping has made me realize that I can no longer stop. Because my hands are getting colder and colder every time I stop moving. And by carrying on moving, my body stayed warm. But the minute I stopped, it's now going fucking cold. So yeah, fuck. So, maybe the 5 minutes since the last update. Had my first fall. Very fun. Got a couple cuts and bruises here and there. Look at that shit. My hands, there's one underneath my freaking jacket as well. But nothing like wide open. Like, this is probably the biggest cut I have, and the rest of them are practically bruises. So we move. Still technically at the 7th station, because at each station there's multiple huts, and those huts are spaced maybe a couple 100 meters apart each. But we just reached Tomoe-kan hut at the 7th station, and I'm at Tomoe-kan at the 8th station, which is what I presume to be up there. Hopefully that's where I'm staying the night. But we're at a point where you can really see the elevation change. At the bottom it was a lot of these like slopes here, but now that it's really starting to sweep upwards, you can see the kind of, this is the next part I have to climb, where it's literally just rocks, and one wrong step and you're slipping. But yeah, we move. Weather's starting to improve. Start to see a little bit more. Thank God. Really starting to feel the altitude now. You feel like your head is both in a vice and lightheaded. It's not terrible. You can still power through, but you definitely feel it. Sun's going down. Luckily I have a head torch, but it's you don't want to be climbing this at night. Sun's almost nearly down. Not only is it peaceful, but it's also kind of scary just being on my own out here. It's just sheer rock faces all the way till up there. Another hour at least, apparently. The nearest outpost is that one, but there is one before that one too, so it should be fine. It's starting to look like Everest Base Camp. Don't really know the elevation at this point. What I think I do know is that is still the way up there. Roughly 1.5 hours still. Dead. Injured. It's fucking cold as shit. I'm still in shorts. But we move, we bowl. Now I've been saying it for ages. Now the next one is my one. That is actually my one. Almost there. Boys, we fucking made it. Sadly you can't see the view very well, but we fucking made it. Holy shit. This was the place. It's like a whole bunch of dorms. With cubbies and cubicles and capsules. So around 4:14 in the morning. Woke up around 45 minutes ago. Got ready and everything. Everyone's already on their way up to the peak now. So let's go join them. It's around 4:30 now. Ready to go. I actually wore rain slacks or whatever you call them. So yeah, let's go. There's construction work going on, but that's the crew down there. Can't get my head peak. The actual peak is around 30 to 50 minutes that way. And that's the true top. Right now this is just the crater edge. But yeah, we did it. Side now from when I saw it in. The peak is right there, another 20 minutes. And look at this crater. The camera really doesn't do it justice, but it is freaking massive. You can thankfully see a silhouette of crater outline now. Yeah. Highest point in the country. There's no people. There's no doing is to trudge through the typhoon. But I figured if I'm going to the summit, I might as well do it. Do I think it was worth it? With this weather? No. Am I glad I managed to do it? Absolutely. What I do here? No. They say a wise man climbs Mount Fuji once, and a fool climbs it twice. And even with this weather, we're in like 7 minutes. I could really go for a lemonade right now. Just taking shelter from the cold and wind and rain. Just made it back. Did like basically like a half circle of the crater to get to the other side where the peak was, and just made it back within about 2 hours. And now I can make my way down the mountain. It should take between 3 to 4 hours to reach back to where I was dropped off yesterday. Let's get started. Just taking a break. Really struggling. I'm way behind schedule because the entire path is just gone. So I'm just jumping crevasses and getting into clay and making sure I don't slip. It's an absolute mess. Because the rain has literally carved out these graffiti using the water. And it's literally been like that this entire way down. This is supposed to be the easy way down. It's supposed to just be a nice little trundle down these normal paths, but it's not a normal path anymore. And the thing is, there's no facilities on this path either. Just walked a couple of minutes down the path, found this emergency shelter. It's the only sort of civilization I've seen since at least 2 hours ago. And apparently there's a toilet 30 minutes down the road, but because of the current condition of the trail, that's at least 1.5 hours. So I think I'm just gonna wait here until the raining stops. But then with that situation, it might also mean that the trail will basically be unwalkable by the time I open this door again. What a mess. So, traveled around 30 minutes from the hut that I was just at to use the nearest toilet.
We appreciate
Look
your
how many of these
cooperation
things there are.
in paying 300 yen toilet usage fee.
Quite a few. So,
为了避免生态特色受损害，
I just booked it down the mountain basically, because when I left, the bad rain had stopped. So the flooding through those canals and everything also finished. So I could go down a lot faster. And then on my way down, thunder. So come to take refuge in here for however long it needs. So I decided to move on from that toilet, because apparently the weather forecast says that it's going to stay like this until like 6 p.m. and it's currently 22:30. But on the way I found this massive area for shelter from debris. So after resting in that hut for 30 minutes, my feet didn't hurt as much, and I didn't have enough of a break at the toilet, so I'm gonna have a bit of a bigger break now and allow my feet to adjust, because they really hurt. So only now, when I get basically back to the bottom, do I get the views. Fantastic. What is the source of all of that pain? What the hell? It's the same way other toes are. Tried to see if I could handle it for the most part, but that's just how bad it was. It burned a hole through the sock from just the sheer amount of abrasion or battering that it got. I'm pretty close to the bottom. Getting attacked by a wasp. Sorry. Pretty close to the bottom now. Yeah, maybe another 15-minute walk. Fingers crossed. But I'm gonna have to do it in slides, because even though this distance is pretty minuscule, it is really bad. This is what the last leg will look like. Didn't know where else I could hang the shoes. Still got the slides on. They provide enough grip. Thankfully this road is kind of grippy, and plus the poles help a lot. The view has been fabulous. Instead of Land of the Rising Sun, I got Land of the Setting Sun. So where was this yesterday? So I didn't even realize, but it's so clear that from up here at nearly the 5th station you can see the coast. The island there is Enoshima, where I went in December with the boys. I think Hakone might be that area there, next to Uramada. Yeah. Where was this yesterday? There's nobody here, because all the buses aren't running after the typhoon, apparently. Well, we'll see.